had success with our homemade fishing line. Part 2, we're going to deal with homemade hooks. See the idea? I'm going to try to make homemade hook from the rows here. You know, they're sharp. Come on. I got one. There we go. Wooden hooks, man. Hi, I'm Greg Ovens, and this is Ovens Rocky Mountain Bushcraft. So folks, we had success catching fish with our dogbane homemade fishing line. Yes, I used a conventional hook. So in this part 2 of the series, we're going to deal with homemade hooks and see how much success that we can have with wooden hooks, bone hooks, and then I have my own idea for a homemade hook that you're going to want to stay tuned to see as well. I've read a lot of the books that talk about bone hooks, wooden hooks, right back to Bradford Angier, How to Stay Alive in the Woods, when I studied outdoor survival as a kid. And we already know that the dogbane line works. It didn't even deter the fish, the thickness of the line. They still went after it. We were successful. We were catching fish, getting bites, despite the thickness of the line. Even though I had the thinner leader line, they must have seen the thicker line in the lake. But this line would be particularly successful, I think, in rivers and creeks where they may not see the line as much. But we still, even in the lake, had success with our dogbane line. And there is other plants that we can use for fiber to make cordage and fishing line, such as stinging nettle, milkweed, but I find in the spring is the time to collect the dogbane, and it worked. And tomorrow we're going to get on with the wooden hooks. I do know where there's a deer carcass that maybe I can get some bone to try, and then we'll try my own idea as well. So stay tuned for part 2, survival fishing line and survival hooks. Want some steak, eh, Finn? Whoa! Always the same. Where's your ball? Now, you have to catch it. Oh, you didn't catch it. Come here. Now he won't give it back to me, probably. He is getting good at catching stuff, though. He is. Sit. Good boy. Catch it. Good catch. I'll just show you. I made another leader line. Nice thin one again. And the reason I did that is because you remember I wound or weaved my hook right on the first leader line. So I did make another one for these wooden hooks, which is what we're going to try first. There's fuzzy parts on the line itself. Now, in a survival situation, you're not going to worry about that. But if you're making cordage or line at home, usually you would just take a lighter and very quickly run up the line to get rid of those. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to scorch my line anywhere. I'm just going to take a little bit of butter in my fingers and just run the line through the butter just to smooth those out. And like I say, in a survival situation, you're not going to have butter. You may not have a lighter to do these things, but I'm just going to waterproof my leader line and glue those down. I'm going to collect some fur for our wooden hooks, which we're going to try first. I don't have oak or some of the hardwoods that you might have in the States or other countries, walnut and the hardwoods. About the hardest wood that we have here is going to be the fir. So I'm going to find a couple of fir branches that I can work with, and we'll get on our wooden hooks. And I should have worded that a little different in the last scene. In a survival situation, you should always have a lighter. Remember, I advocate that. So that's something you should always have with you. So I wasn't being a hypocrite. I just should have worded it differently. In a survival situation, you will have a lighter. I do remember the things that I've read in the survival books and that they've shown and this and that. And then I've got an idea of my own. I don't know if it'll work or not, but that's part of experimenting. And the more things you try, the more knowledge you have, the more success you're obviously going to have, the more vast knowledge and tricks and things you've had success with. Well, now obviously you're going to have more confidence when you're out in the bush too. I'm keen to see if some of these old hooks from the old books will actually work. I've never tried wooden hooks. I'm going to be honest with you right now. I know how you make them, but I've never used them. So I'm hoping we have success, but I think we're going to have more success with bone. So that's my opinion. We'll see. So I just came to a spot where I have wild asparagus growing. I'm going to pick some of that for our dinner tonight. So we're going to start with this, trying to make a hook out of this. I've got a little knife here. You need a little knife for these little projects, I think. Thanks, Robert Weir, sent me this knife. This is the same knife that Zach used in the 30-day survival challenge to do his chest set. So let's get on our wooden hooks. So we're going to make a hook looking setup similar to a conventional hook, but a lot smaller. A lot smaller. It's going to take a bit of time. Nice to hear the loons. I have to watch my fingers with this little object too, because the smaller it gets, the harder it's going to be to hold. It's going to take a bit of carving, and it's not going to be easy. Especially without breaking it. Already getting a little difficult to work with, but you see the idea. Bait will go on here, this will go to our line, but we need it a lot smaller, a lot thinner yet. Just have to be delicate too. I don't want to snap it right away. Taking shape though. Okay, so I got one little hook that we can try. Not very big, but we can't go much smaller, it's just going to break anyway. So we'll give that a try, and I'll whittle up a couple more so we have a spare. Okay, so I've carved up 3 different types of wooden hooks. We're going to try wooden hooks first. One's kind of a U shape, sharpened here. The line will actually go down fairly low, so it hopefully turns it. For smaller fish, we've got a little guy. As you can see, it doesn't have much of a hook on it, but it's pretty sharp. And then one of the first hooks that I read about in one of the old books was just a sharpened stick on both ends. You tie your line a little off-centered, and then you would actually put your bait up this way and up the line. And the idea is that the fish swallows the whole thing. When you pull your line, it twists sideways and gets jammed in the throat or the mouth. That's the idea with that hook. But let's get out, try these wooden hooks, see what happens, see if they steal our bait. Maybe we get lucky and catch one. That would be right on. I'm going to go with this one first. I'm going to show you how you would bait this again. And like I say, the shorter side we're going to bait first. We'll get our worm on there as much as possible. Then we're going to bring our line up and we're going to wrap our worm, is what we're going to do, if he'll stay still. He's not staying still. Then we're going to wrap him around our line and then poke him on this end. It's not like baiting a real hook, I can tell you. That's the idea there. When this sinks, well, somehow he came off. Anyways, you get the idea. These worms are a little small too. I wish I had bigger ones. This guy, he might not stay on very good. But we're going to try that hook first. With these wooden hooks, you're not going to set the hook by yanking. You're going to hope that they swallow it and gently pull them in, or you're going to break your hooks. I didn't get a lot of asparagus. It's just starting really, but I got a few sprigs. So cook that up with my yam. This wild asparagus is really good. The butter. I never get sick of yams either. I got half chicken. We'll cook that. I don't know why the store calls them yams actually, because they're actually sweet potatoes. Yams are white, but that's what they call them in the store. Here, Finn. Here. Come on. Come get it. Come. Oh, right. No, that's a piece of wood, man. Okay. Any Finns? So I whittled up 4 hooks. And I think I'm going to take this one off. I just don't have much faith in that. And I think these little guys, yeah, they might swallow it, but I think it's going to be just too weak. I think it's just going to break. I think I'm going to go with either something like this, or even the bigger one, which I think will be strong enough, like this, and just hope that they swallow the whole thing. Bait it up really good. I might even have to tie the worms on with a bit of dogbane or something. They're pretty sharp, but again, these wooden hooks, it would be like dealing with a barbless hook to begin with, right? I'm going to start off with one of these two, I think. We'll get bites for sure, but are they going to steal our bait or are they going to swallow it? We'll see. The wooden hook barely sinks too, but the line should take it down. Once the line gets wet, it will sink. There it goes, starting to sink. We're getting another bite here. I almost got to hope that they swallow it. I don't want to yank, like I say. Well, we're getting action, but are these hooks going to work? I don't know. Yeah, see, that's the issue. They're taking the bait off. I think this is going to take a lot of patience today to get this to work, but I think if I tie my bait on, I think we'll actually get one. Anyways, that's 2 bites, and I actually had the one hooked, but he was on for, I don't know, I would say 3 seconds, and then he got off. So unless they swallow it, I don't think we'll get any, but we might think we're getting another bite here. I got it tied to this rope here, but I can't get aggressive. Well, the rope's moving. Maybe he swallowed it. It almost seems like we got him on. It's hard to tell. He might be swimming towards us. No, I see him. I see a fish. I got one. Oh, he came off. I seen him come off the hook again. That's twice. I was pulling gentle and Sure enough, he got off again. Well, that's the thing about these wooden hooks. It's just going to take a lot of patience, the way I see it. Well, we'll just keep trying. We might get one with these wooden hooks. Now we're getting another bite. They're certainly biting. And like I say, I can't jam the hook or we're going to lose it. Just pull gently, because if he is on, they seem to get off very easy. No, we got one on again. Don't come off. Wish I had a net too. I got him. We got one with our wooden hook. Oh, no wonder, because it's way down. I'm going to try to show you this. It's right between his gills. We hooked him. I hope you can see that the hook is way... Look, I can push the hook out. The bait's gone. But the hook got caught on his gills. That's the reason we got him, because he tried swallowing it. Look. Right on. Okay, we got one with our wooden hook. Unreal. I'm going to see if I can let him go, though, because he's pretty tiny. I might have to just cut the line. Yeah, unreal. Third fish, a charm. And he's not injured. We just hooked him behind the gill. Just a little guy, but who cares? It worked. Okay, get going. Oh, there he goes. All right, man. I was skeptical, but we got one. We got one on the wooden hook. Oh, you want to play? I'm trying to do a film here. You just want to play with your bowl. Well, at least you're bringing it. I guess that's good. There we go. Okay, roll that tight. What's wrong? You just want to play and I just want to fish. It's just too breezy. And we need an anchor. Boy. Getting rope burns. So the the weather changed on us and it got windy and cold. I had to put my coat on. It's pretty chilly out. The little hook, it caught 3 fish. We landed 1. But I think with this bigger hook, I'll be able to actually try to set the hook somewhat. Not super aggressive, but enough to maybe keep the tension on and get a bigger fish in, because if I was to try to do that with that little hook, I know it's going to break. You'd have to be patient with wooden hooks, obviously. I mean, they don't have barbs and this and that, but they're working, and that's right on, I think. Okay, I'm going to put my bait on before I tie my hook. These dew worms, they will be thick enough to go over the hook. Kind of like that. See, with this line, it's, you know, you think you got this massive tangle, it just untangles itself. It's just great. I'll just tie it to the oar. It's a nice big fat piece of worm on there, so they should like that. Oh, our line's moving already. We had a nibble. Could have been just a little guy. We need a half decent sized fish to swallow that. It's the bigger hook. We're getting a bite again here. Missed him. Can't see. Oh, I got him. No, he got off right away. Right away he got off. Seems like it might be like 1 out of 5 times we can get them with the wooden hook. Oh, there he is again. Or something. I can't see the hook, but getting another bite. Come on. I think I got him. Did I get him or not? He's under the boat or something. No, I think I got him. Come on. Did I get you? I got one. Okay, don't get off, don't get off. There we go. Another one on our wooden hook. Oh, he swallowed her. It's all I can see is the tip of the worm. See the tip of the worm? Oh yeah, she's way down. You see, that's what you almost hope for, is that they swallow the whole thing. Look at that. I can't even... Wow, that's breakfast while I work on my other hooks. Oh, it's way down. He swallowed that thing, and that's the bigger hook. So, wooden hooks, man. Dogbane line and wooden hooks. Right on. Okay, well, I think I'll go cook this guy up and work on these other hooks, because I want to try one of my own. I haven't found any bone to work with. Usually Finley will show up at camp with some kind of bone, but he hasn't. So I do have a chicken that I was going to cook. I might try some bones from the chicken. But anyways, we'll have breakfast and get on these other hooks. Success again! So I've got two sharp little pieces of bone from the chicken. I don't know if these chicken bones are going to be ideal. Probably not as good as a big game animal. And I managed to carve a couple little notches at the backs of both of them. So I'm going to take some dogbane and tie them together like that. We'll put our bait this way, run our line down, and then I'm hoping it'll flip. Just like the idea of one of the wooden hooks I showed you, where it's just sharp at both ends and you try to flip it when they bite. I'm going to try to make some kind of a homemade hook from the rose here. You can see how sharp these are, just dynamite sharp. I'm going to try to make a 2 or a 3 prong hook out of the rose bush. But man, I'm just happy we're having some kind of success. I've got like a 2 prong situation with the rose. I just cut a notch where I can tie my line and just tie my bait in between the 2 thistles here. They're sharp and they seem pretty strong. I was pulling on a couple other ones and it takes quite a bit to pull them off. So I don't see why, if they swallow this again, this should work as well. A simple hook, this one. But I want to try my idea first with the rose. I want to try my idea. I'm getting excited. I'm always excited. So I just tied my worm to my rose hip line, or vine I should say. I'll try for another one with this. You know, something I was going to say is my luck fishing this year has been phenomenal. Like, it just, everything has been working so good. 3 fish in a row with the fish-o-matic into the frying pan. Now I've been catching fish with my dogbane line, homemade hooks. It's just been a phenomenal run, actually. Extraordinary. I could probably just tie a worm onto the line and they would swallow it and catch them. It's been that good. Okay, I'm getting a bite again. I like this. Wish I could see them. Oh, I think he might have got off. Yeah, he got off. A bite. It's a good sign. I'm already pretty excited with the luck we're having. I'll just wait for another bite. This is a phenomenal fishing spot. I think we got one on. We do. Oh, he got off right at the boat. I just about had him in the boat and he dropped. There he goes. Well, I mean, you know, with these kind of hooks, you have to not expect 100% recovery rate. It's just that simple. That's 2 in a row that have got off. We'll keep trying because I want to succeed. Okay, well, that's the end of that. 2 that got off. But we're getting a big storm coming in, so get off the lake. Looks like it could even be a thunderstorm, so you can just hear it coming through the trees in the back. And I can see the rain, maybe hail. Oh, this is unbelievable. I was just gonna call it quits, and we got another bite here. I want to get off of here, but I also want to get one. I think we got one on again. I was just gonna pack in. We got one. I can see him. Okay, don't come off this time. Oh, he's trying to go under the boat. Oh! Look at. You can see how he swallowed the rose. Worm sticking out the one end. I don't know. I already been catching fish. I'll see if I can let this guy go too. But I gotta get off of here. He seems hooked pretty good. I don't know if I can let him go. Oh, yeah, I can see the rose is, I don't know if you can see it, but it's caught in his gills again. I think I gotta keep this guy. Oh, he came off. Okay, he came off on his own in the boat this time. Okay, we'll let him go then. All right. Well, success. Okay, buddy, get going. I gotta get going too. Just when I was gonna pack up. Right on. The weather's really changed. It's getting pretty nasty out. It's actually cold. It was snowing for a little bit again. We had success with our wooden hooks. Even my rose hip bush worked. I wanted to try the bone, but it doesn't look practical today for sure. But that'll give me something to try in the future as well. So that's something to look forward to as well. But anyways, I appreciate you all for watching and all you subscribers. And stay tuned. Keep the bell on, of course, because I'm going to try to really keep the videos coming this summer. Hey, Finn. Finley. Do you want some fish? He loves his fish too, eh? Come. You got to get in the camera. You can't stand behind it. Come. You want this? Come. Okay, come. Sit. Come. Look. Are you not even in the camera? Okay, if I get over here, will you come here? Come. Sit. Gentle. Oh. No, that's so gentle you didn't even get it. You're a good boy. You betcha. We'll hunker down for tonight, eh, Finn? That's what we gotta do. Snow at the end of May now. Not even the end of April. I told you.